It's a real pleasure to be back in these marbled halls for a stimulating debate about the future of farming. That is the future of your businesses and your families' lives as well, and we have to keep remembering that. It's not just the head of the farm here, but they're representing whole families who are living on the farm. Now, a week might be a long time in politics, but a year, especially 2019, has seemed rather like an unending Minotaur's labyrinth of twists and turns. We were greeted last year with a happy promise of sunlit uplands, and post-Brexit farming, if we got it right, could be a real success. But the reality was one of the most extraordinary and unexpected 12 months, wasn't it? We walked towards the landscape which had been many people's vision, but it practically disappeared before us. The lack of clarity, the shockingly slow progress, the looming cliff edges of no deals in the mist ready to swallow us up. And in reality, what you did, you farmers did, was what you always do. You just got on with it, feeding the nation, but not without feeling the political uncertainty shake the ground beneath your feet. And the political turmoil cleared after unprecedented and very public machinations of government, and now here we are with another panorama before us. But is it another landscape of bright sunlit uplands? We might find out in just a moment. I know you, our audience, who've experienced this year, have had mud, sweat, and tears, and you will hold our speakers to account. In the light of our flooded fields, I just want to thank our sponsors, Fent, who I am sure are currently working on a potato lifter which can walk on water. That's what you need. So we're here to talk about growing a healthy society, and farming is absolutely crucial to that. We can't even approach that idea without making some fundamental changes to agriculture. Many of you, I know, have already opened up to our friends the bees and their friends outside and discussed things with them. But as I've said about the rain, you are at the sharp end of climate change. You see the consequences of it. So I urge you all to listen very well to our speakers, marshal your thoughts, prepare your pithy and brief questions, please. No statements, just some really good questions. And you can ask them from the floor. There is an app as well which you can ask your questions through. I'm a boomer, I don't understand. But if you can do the app, that's fine. We'll be really up against the clock. So I'm going to be my usual bossy BBC interview personage and warn you when your time is coming up. I will extricate you if you go over your time, my speakers, please. We haven't really got a lot of time, you know, we've got a little bit of margin, but really not very much. In a break with tradition, we had hoped that the Secretary of State, Theresa Villas, welcome to you, was going to open the show. She declined. So in a break with tradition, she will be speaking last so that she can respond to the other speakers. I am sure that the other speakers will give her plenty to respond to and plenty to think about. Our speakers are Minette Batters, President of the NFU, Craig Bennett, CEO of Friends of the Earth, and Professor Fiona Smith from Leeds Law School and an expert in trade deals. So let's turn to our first speaker today, who is Minette Batters. Thank you.